The EBuhleni faction of the Shembe Church says it will accept the Constitutional Court's judgment regarding the leadership of the church. The court has declared Vela Shembe the rightful leader. The matter has been in the courts for 10 years now. Both factions of the church are now holding briefings. A senior member of the EBuhleni faction spoke to our reporter Tuba Vilani. He began by explaining their legal plans.
Well, the judgment from the Constitutional Court yesterday was accepted, and we will be respecting it. And we further say that since the pronouncement of the judgment from the Supreme Court of Appeal as well as the Constitutional Court, in as far as we are concerned, there is nothing new in as far as our standing and position as the Nazareth Baptist Church at EBuhleni.
Babu Ncwane, if you are saying there is nothing new, we know that the court ruled in favor of the late Vela Shembe, but on your side you have Inkosi Mduduzi Shembe Unyazi as the leader of the church. How is that going to affect you following Unyazi?
We will not be affected, and in responding to your question, I will try not to get to the interpretation of the judgment as well as perhaps the trust deed of the church, which is Protocol 293 of 1935, may be touching on the Constitution of 1999. I will prefer not to touch on that. However, states that immediately after the full court judgment in Pietermaritzburg, a proper decision was taken within the church. That was in May 2018. We were very clear as to our position, and we acted upon what we were entitled to, and we are very satisfied with our decision to say that irrespective of what the court orders says or the findings of the court order said, but the fact that Mr. MV Shembe is late, we are following Inkosi Unyazi, and we are not affected by yesterday's judgment pertaining to that until such time the adverse can be proved. But in as far as we are concerned, being the church, in terms of our religious convictions, we are quite satisfied that we have seen Shembe in him, meaning Unyazi, and we're going to follow him until his time.
We know that during this past 10 years, during the legal battle, there were two factions. Any plans to unite, to reunite the two factions? We know that there is EBuhleni where you are coming from, and there is also a Tembezinhle where the late Ubabu Vela Shembe is from.
Well, I will say to you that it is unfortunate that we have been engaged in such a lengthy litigation, which was very costly. However, we need the world to know that this is an organization which is having all the capabilities to deal with any situation internally. Therefore, we're saying internal processes subject to the decorum and the respect of the church are open. However, we're saying that we respect the religious convictions of the following from either group. If people think that Shembe is on the other side, they are entitled, in as far as their choice of their freedom of religion, to follow whoever. But all we're saying is that doors are open, provided those doors are strictly in line with the internal processes of the church. Not arrogance, not alien means. We need to confine ourselves to the acceptable decorum of the Nazareth Baptist Church as it was found and taught to us by the elders as well as the founder of the church.